Welcome back to the shop, friends, here at Mad Racing Parts. As you know, or may not know, we have our own branded EGT probes. These are real high quality, exposed tip, really fast reacting, and one of the features that you won't find anywhere else is these have a shielded outer covering. It's actually has a drain wire connected to here, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I just wanted to go over the correct way to put these ends on with this new material. It's a little different than the other instructions I had put out. So first of all, you want to get these in your headers, and you can tie the cables together anywhere after this point. Don't put any cable ties on this part. So you'll have several leads coming back, one from each header, and you can start tying them together and use cable ties. And then run those up to your boxes or receptacles, whatever you have that the thermocouple end is going to plug into. And leave a little extra so you have like a general S-turn or something going into the boxes. That makes them more likely to stay engaged and not fall out with vibration, or if somebody rubs against it or whatever. So once you've figured out exactly how long you want it, it's pretty easy. Just take your dikes and just clip it, all right? And that sets your length. And then you need to take about a ½ inch of this shielding off. And you can use a box cutter blade and just carefully go around it, not too deep. Make sure that you get insulation but not the wires. Or you can use something like this. But as you can see, that breaks off pretty easily. And there's a foil lining inside, which is a little tough sometimes. There we go. So it's wrapped with foil. And there's a drain wire. That's what makes these much more resistant to noise, like from spark plug wires and stuff like that. Anyway, you cut the drain off, and now you have your two wires exposed. Always, 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 the red is negative. It's backwards from most stuff you might work on. Red's always negative on the EGT thermocouples. And we want to strip about 3/16 of an inch off of that. And when you buy the probes and these ends, we include some adhesive lined heat shrink tubing. So you want to slip that on. And now we just need to get the screws loosened up. So these screws are fairly long. So you back them up a good bit. There's a washer under the head of the screw. You want the wire to go under that washer. And you just push both the wires in. Takes a little finagling. I'm feeling shaky today, so it's not going great. So you just want to get the wires completely in like that. And then snug your screws up a little bit. Once you snug them up a little bit, just make sure that everything's under the washer nice. And that does look pretty good. At that point, you can really give these a good solid crank. The screws are sturdy, and there's metal inside that they're seating into, so you got to be a gorilla to strip those out. They're really strong. All right, so now again we have the red on the negative. It's marked right there with a minus, and this yellow is to the positive. Then we'll slide our heat shrink up. We'll give it a quick blast with a heat gun. All right. Again, that's adhesive lined heat shrink, so it stays in place really well. And then just put the cap on and tighten the screws up on the cap, and you are good to go. Just takes a few minutes and a little bit of patience. That's ready to go on the car. There you go, folks. That's all for today. Thanks.